it like nails on a chalkboard. All right, so we're going to be getting started now on game 3, and what a match here up top. If my keyboard would work, that'd be even better.
This is a good match right here.
Phil Dix against John D.
Long-time elite bowlers.
Phil Dix with 2 Pop Whitten starts to his credit. John in a 4-way tie for first all-time with Pop Whitten. Number of Pop Whitten victories with 11. He starts out with a triangle. Phil starts out with a 5-7. Phil, oh yes.
Wow.
Polonaise.
That was pretty.
I said that would be a spare break shirt I'd want to do. A big jar of mayo. It's a jar of Polonaise. They call them Polonaise.
Yes. Oh,
John
top one there.
Slices a triangle.
Phil did not see his shadow there.
No.
Look. We have a straggler. John with. Some people will wait, and some people will just go ahead and bowl when that happens.
On a third ball, first frame, less consequential. Close game, absolutely waiting for that ball.
Phil's a legal ball.
So they can probably hear John at home. They probably didn't hear Phil, but John said that's Phil's illegal ball. Can't make it up the rack. And then Phil said if it was illegal, it would probably work better. And it is Steve Holster on the left lane against Steve Bolt. Battle of the Steves.
I bet Steve on the money line here. I was on the lanes with him on in qualifying, and he was really, really good.
We'll have to see when we get the sheet what he's doing so far today. Starts out through the middle for 2 and 2. Steve with an 8-pinner to deal with. Holster, that is, and he'll cover it. Give him a replay on that. 4-7 last to go. The bouncy Pindex of the AMF synthetic lane system, helping him get that messenger over there.
Grab your guy's sheet real quick.
Frank Schraven starting out on the side. Not sure who looks like it's Matt Stacy. Yep, it is Matt. John D. Antonis, what do we have there? 2-0, 276. $2.76. Make that font a little smaller. And Steve Holster.
1-1.
230. Hello.
230.
There we go.
Matt with a nice conversion. And looks like Matt is 0-2, 254.
Okay.
Slate for Steve Bull, we have 1-1 and 284. For Phil, looks like we're
Well, he won and then lost. He's 1-1. I was saying his overall record.
Oh, okay. 1-1, 259. Usually I just do the.
Right.
And for Frank, we have 1-1 and 262. That should be all of them.
It is. Great. Missed singleton there for Johnny Anastasi. Phil with a 9 count on his spare he made in the third. Phil covers 2 marks in a row out the chute. John 2 opens. Is 29 plus to 19. Yeah, Michelle, camera's all the way up there. Oh, if you stop and like jibber jabber, yeah. Six count on the spare for Steve. He leaves a bread line.
Thought Steve Bull had a good speed ball for this place. Although watching him here, it actually looks like he's throwing it more than he usually does.
So, Duckton stats guy coming in with the spreads is John D'Antonis -3, Steve Bull -5, and Matt Anastasi -12.5. Over-unders 282, 269.5, and 268. I think I would go.
282 to me is a little low. The other ones.
It also you have to account for what their scores are for the first 2 games today, and again, this is not one of the higher scoring pairs on this end. So you have to take all that into account.
Sure.
And I'll be honest, his lines for over/unders have been pretty darn accurate.
Oh, they've been money. I mean, I've been keeping track. They've been money. Oh, a nasty lead on the neighboring lane for Lisa Huber.
See her next game. Frank with a deuce. She made it. Wow. Lisa made that shot. Matt splashes that. Not exactly a flush hit, but managed to keep the pins low. Again, the ball in the lane early, rolling. Makes a difference in how the pins mix.
Simple delivery from Matt, too. It's literally 1, 2, 3.
Yep. But that same position on the pocket, if a ball tossed out 20 feet, 5'7", 5'10", 7'10". Sticking a little at the line, just a 9 box. Early 11-pin lead for Matt and a hit. Still with a 10-pin lead plus this hit. Stepping up now on lane 9. Another 3-step delivery.
Ooh. Fast 7 there.
Quick 4-5-7 for John with a potential opening here to get a mark back. He's heavy. Never mind, he's flush.
Wow.
I thought that ball was going to check up onto the head pin. Actually, I thought that ball was going to check up. It just kept walking right to the 1-3. And while I'm away on replay, because my replay timing is horrible, Phil Dix with the conversion on the 4-5-7. Nice shot.
So if I'm not wrong, Nick, in division play, we will not see a bowler on this on our camera twice. Is that correct?
That's correct. Steve Holsner through the middle for 2.
You can see that. Sometimes you just know it on the release. I think Steve knew it too.
Clean up 2 or 3 here. Hold on to his single-digit lead. And it is. Steve stepping up in the third frame. 2 splits to start the game. He's got 18. Trailing by 6 if he gets 10 box. Good ball for the 7-pin. Steve again, according to the Duckman stats guy, a 5-pin favorite over Steve Holker.
Right on the money for Steve. Steve coming off the knee surgery not long ago.
Another deuce for Frank, this time the 2-8. I believe it was the 3-9 last Frank. Matt looking to put the foot down on the pedal early. They will. My goodness. That's no doubter.
No doubter right there. Walk-off job.
We'll see if strong start early from that. We'll see if he can test the limits of that 180 threshold I thought we would see.
Well, we've certainly seen guys go down 0-2 and come back and maybe not win the division, but at least make it into the brackets.
Still on an all-mark game, 2-3. He's going to keep it going.
Oh,
wow. My God.
a loud 9 right there.
I want to replay that because that is every bit of 9. And those of you that wonder, how has there never been a perfect game in duckpin bowling?
9 3/4.
That's why there's never been a perfect game in duckpin bowling. Balls like that. Bill with the spare.
Really strong start. Bill here.
John with the cover at the 20 box for John. 16-pin match. Steve Holster in the 4th looks good.
Oh, behind it. Steve looking to keep the pressure on here.
See Bull in the pocket, 5-7. 8 count to give him a 2-pin lead through 3 frames. See Paulson staring down a single here. You'd assume he would convert. It is not going to get there.
This is a big 1-1 swing match here.
Might make it. Oof. Little 3rd ball for Steve. He takes a 10 box. See Bull looking at probably 9 here. 9 it is. The 1-pin lead for Steve. Bull. I should just say last names.
Well, that was Bull.
Yeah, fair. That's a fair one.
Seems like a lot of the Parkville bowlers have that slide step on their second step. It's like you only see
Much
that
better ball from Frank.
Parkville bowlers.
Actually going to cut back to live because Matt's going for the triple. Solid 5, rock solid.
So you had to play the replay. When you play the replay, they strike, right?
Yeah. 49 through 2 from Matt. Not far off a perfect. We don't typically get perfect in Duckton bowling ever. Yeah, very strong start.
0-2 or not, though. This guy is capable of coming back as any bowler. That guy can put big numbers on you in a hurry.
John leaking that first ball a little left, only 5 counts, and leaves a washout.
Buckingham to her left, bringing the pin up about 25 feet. Bill Heavy, 7-10.
Another 7-10 on this pair. I believe that's 5 now. 5 7-10s on this pair.
5 7-10s, yep.
Looking over the standing sheet, your high total pinfall through 2 games belongs to Billy Collison, 338.
Billy Collison, was it the last tournament? He had the really big qualifier.
Goal in the pocket, he'll carry this
Good
time.
hit. Really good roll on that ball.
Mr. Holtzner and Hanson rocking the Under Armour polo today. Does it carry? No, 4-7. Common hit here. You'll see a lot of rocket pockets for the 2-pinner in the corner. Either the 4-7 or the 6-10. He covers. Keeps that a 1-pin match.
Needed that one.
Oh, Matt is just pouring it on.
Lord. He's found his line, it's safe to say.
Sky's the limit if he keeps this scoring pace up. He's 6-spare, double, 9-spare strike. Pocket 7-8 for Frank. Not looking good for Frank right about now. Count. Trailing by 43 in the 4th frame. Never a good sign. Strike for Phil.
The takeout there. So we have one comfortable lead, one close game, one kind of runaway.
no disrespect to Frank, but it's currently a runaway club with 44 pins in the head. That's through 5 frames. You're not even talking 8 or 9 frames. It's a big deficit early. First ball not quite there right now for John. It had been last frame. That one comes up light and leaves a 5, 6, 10. Nice try.
That was a really good look right there.
All right, 1 pin match here in the second position, and Steve Holster, trailing by 1, only has 1 ball to count. Better make it good.
Well, thought it was better than that, but
He's left with a head scratcher. I think he liked that ball quite a bit.
does get a nice count though.
Steve all over the pocket, and it was looking really strange for a minute. He almost had an 8 off the deck inverted 2-pitter, but leaves just the court bit. Steve with a nice spare conversion. We'll have the outright lead now. 75 to 71. Steve Bull up 4 pins and a spare. Now it is the Matt Anastasi show. We are no strangers to seeing Matt do this. He actually has the second highest live broadcast game ever on Duck Pins Forever. Was the record for well over a year. He had 234 at Mount Airy, which the Men's Pro Tour has no longer deemed fit for competition at
Making it look easy
level,
now. Making it look easy.
I mean, this is child's play. He's making this slightly under average pair look like nothing. 109 plus in the fifth match. We are now on the lookout for a deuce. I'll go there and say it early.
Yes. Well, you and I predicted, for the high on camera, maybe somewhere in the 180s.
I think that's going up now.
That is being threatened at the very least. Still with a comfortable lead here, 1 strike.
And every strike, like you've been standing on top of the pins and just dropping it on the pocket. It's all crushed. Yeah, he's 0-2.
Oh,
0-2, 254.
Well,
he might have 254.
Went from bad to worse. Another 7-10.
Oh, raise your count to 6.
7-10.
We're going to come up with a new drinking game. Every time you see a 7-10 split on 9 and 10, take a sip. We're at 6. Rob Hanley? Yep. Thank you, Mr. Rob Hanley, for your Duck Pins Forever donation that did not pop up on the screen. How did Rob do that, you're wondering? I'll tell you. We checked out that coffee cup. Bottom left corner of the... Oh, Jesus!
Oh, replay!
Jesus H. Oh. just a poor effort from Phil. Yeah. He's almost made it twice on that. Like, he's left it twice in a row, and the masking unit is quivering in fear.
I thought that was going down, honestly.
Phil uttering his opinions to the 10 pin in his head as he takes the 10 box.
Effort on that one. John quietly spares to stay semi in it.
Yeah. I said I want a Philonase Mayo t-shirt.
Wow, my heart's still pumping.
You always get a little excited when you see it pop out and start heading that way.
Oh, and that flew too. That
yeah,
flew.
it flew up in the air. Steve with a rocket. 10 pin. Steve Bull with a 9 count. The other's a 6 pin. Anyway, what I was saying about the coffee cup. That is how you make your one-time donations to Duck Pins Forever. It's our Ko-Fi account. Click the coffee cup that is shaking at you. It's got the heart on it. Click on that link, and that's how you can donate to Duck Pins Forever. You can also become a pro member on YouTube. That is $10 a month, and you get access to either never before seen or digitized content from the Duck Pins Forever archives, which goes as far back as the early 1980s. So all good stuff to check out there. You have to be a pro member though to see the archive videos. $10 a month, and that's another way you can support Duck Pins Forever.
Worth the $10 too.
Absolutely. If you're a fan of duck pin bowling or its history, oh jeez. Matt's face says it all on that ball.
Bitter beer face.
He's like, what do you want? I think he's wondering how that ball doesn't strike. Anyway, that is 118 half for Matt, and he is going to bang the 7 pin down and looking closer and closer towards that 200 pin. As of the 6th frame, he is 18 pins ahead of the pace. You have to be 120 pace in the 6th. But as always, when you're shooting 200, always better to get ahead of the pace as much as you can, as early as you can.
Well, I mean, a good count at 10 out gives him 80 something.
Yeah. He is a mark or 2 away. Poor Frank here. Thankfully, he's throwing a good enough game to not be in Norm Gifford territory. Well, Phil gets the 10 pin out this time. It just leaves the 7. Yeah, Frank not quite in Norm Gifford territory yet. That being when Matt Kruger beat Norm Gifford on camera 205 to 93, which is our margin of victory record of 112 pins. Probably will never be broken, but you never know. I think the way it'll be broken is like a 120 game to like a 240. Like something that'll throw a 2.
Yeah, take something massive. Yeah. John gonna have a chance to chip away here.
Got to make this 2-pinner. It's 5-9. He will. With 10 here, it is a 21 pin lead for Phil. He will be down a hit. It'll be 20 pins.
Steve converted just about a must mark the last one to stay in this game.
Not that he would have been mathematically out of it, so would have fallen any farther behind. He's down 13 at the moment. Steve Bull through the middle, leaving 2-1. Off the side. How many? About 9 of them. We'll pull back 2 pins there. Makes it an 11 pin match. Steve with a split to counter. He's not going to convert. Steve post circuit them and make the head pin and be down about 10 pins and up a mark. The game will be close to even if he gets convert. Got it.
Have ourselves a match.
People looking to hold 1 or 2. We'll hold 1. 110 to 100. 10 pin match, and Steve Holster with the mark. Oh boy,
Frank really not throwing a bad ball.
that's gonna kick a guy while he's down.
Facing the wrong guy right now.
All right, Matt and Anastasi. Let's see what we got here. A stubborn 7-pin on this pair.
Similar to the last one.
And I mean, you're now talking that could be. I'm trying to remember what he left in the 4th frame. It might have been a 7-pin actually, but you're talking that could easily be 4 in a row, possibly more. And he's got it again. All right, we're looking good now. 167 plus in the 8th. He's out. He needs one more mark, actually. One more mark in the next 2 frames.
Yeah, doesn't even need a double or anything. And the other thing is, if you're going to have to rally back from 0-2, you're going to need pinfall to do it, more than likely, because if there's a 3-way tie, you're going to need that.
Playing it safe.
John gets the 5 off the wall for the strike. Tightens this game up. Now down to 10 pins. Bill does not convert, and it's going to get fun now. He's close to even heading to the 10.
Virtually even. But John on that strike, too. The dreaded ninth frame strike.
So now you're in a position where if both Phil and John spare to start the 10th, it's a tie game with 1 ball to go.
But of course, if John drops 2 on them, that changes everything.
Steve Bull, big 9th frame for him. He's through the middle for 3.
And he knew it.
Big ball here for Steve Holster. Has to have a full count. How many did he steal?
Oh,
Steals 8. I think he's more than okay with that. That was looking like 2. He ends up leaving 2. Steve Bull does not convert on the middle rip. He's still got 4 pins to deal with.
4 big pins.
First it'll be Steve Holster shooting his 2-7 baby split. He has it. Big spare.
Clutch right there.
That will more than likely give Steve the lead. Steve Holster the lead. 8 box for Steve Bull. It is actually a tie game with Steve Holster up ahead. 3 frames and Steve Holster has turned it around. Oh no.
Oh, poor Frank, and it rains, it pours.
Yep. Speaking of poor, Matt and Stacy pouring it on. Needs 1 more mark for the 200s here. Looks good. Oh my gosh. Wow. I don't know that I've seen 8 first balls in a row thrown so well. I mean, truly could be an 8-bagger.
It really could be an 8-bagger.
Not a single one of those balls has missed the pocket solid. Every single one has hit the pocket solid. And I will put the strike in there, excuse me. A formality now, but it will be most likely a 200 for Matt. It's basically just a question of what the final number will be. I hope whoever had money on Shreedman and Stacy, I hope you smashed the over. It's hitting. Bill Dix 5-7.
Wow. Well, he's converted 1 split like this.
With 1 and 1, they're going ball for ball, but with 1 and 1, John would need a mark. And he's going to leave a 6-bit, so Bill kind of feeling like he has to make this now. No.
Gave it a run.
John, make this here practically for the win. Have to do a scoring correction first, so Phil is going to finish out here. Has to have at least 1. He does. Phil with 140. John misses here and makes it for 10. We have a tie. Right, 9 and 10 would be a tie.
You're still going to need this.
He has to make this to win. And John has a single. He will take the win. We'll fill 8 more. And final score 149 to 140. Now a tie game here.
We'll take John to 3-0. Also,
Steve is in the lead with whatever he gets on this ball. He's in the lead by 3, and he's got a split. Chance for Steve Bull. Look, I feel bad. I'm so focused on what Matt is shooting. I keep forgetting to put Frank's frame. Steve Bull in the 10. He's crossing over. Oh, 5 pins. All right. Pressure now on this ball of Steve Holster. Looking for the conversion. Not going to get it. Must convert with the wood here. You've got to have a pin. He has 2 pins.
there's 2 pins.
So Steve Bull got to make this. And it looks good. You got it. Got to have 3 pins on the fill to win it. Easy game. Come on, give Frank a break, please. Thank you. All right, as it is, he might get lapped anyway. I don't know.
Not even throwing a bad ball.
Steve needs 3.
That'll be enough.
That'll work. 137 to 130. Steve Bull will move to 2-1. Steve Holster to 1-2.
Hard fought match right there.
Yay, Frank. All right.
I think Mac can still get the 237.
Can get the 237. Yeah. Come on. Mix it. He's got the 200. He's there already. Yep, he's there already. Just a question now what the final score was going to be. Frank will load 8 more. And that's got the all-mark game. All-mark 200 from Matt and Stacy at 207 and a ball. He will not be able to double Frank Freeman. Nor will he be able to win by triple digits, but a massive third game here for Matt to get himself in the win column for a possible 217. Another single pin in the corner, 216 for Matt and Stacy. Better yet that it was on the broadcast. Great game, Matt and Stacy.
And it's as crazy as this is to say, he may have thrown the ball better than the 216.
I think he might have thrown the ball at 240.